Hey everyone, welcome to this video tutorial where we are going to create a Mario Kart item box. And let's go ahead and get started. What I'd like you to do is in Autodesk Maya, make sure you're on the modeling tab, and we're going to drop down a cube. So select a cube polygon and just place it in your screen, just a generic 1x1 cube. Go over to your channel box editor to the side over here, and we're going to change the width, height, and depth to 20. And then for the subdivision count, we're going to change each of these over to 7 to give us a bunch of subdivisions. Now, if you can't see these, just make sure your inputs are open. They're sometimes hiding under there. Okay, now that that's been taken care of, I would like you to right click on the cube and go into face mode. And we're just going to kind of go around and delete the boxes or the faces in kind of like a checkered pattern, because we're going to have some of these be transparent, but we don't want all of them to be like 100% visible. So the quickest way is just to delete the faces in a checker pattern. Okay, and I'm using this face to help build the next face. And I'm just selecting each and pressing that delete key on the keyboard. And I'm just going to kind of repeat this process. So I'm going to go radio silent over here. I'm just going to kind of, I can't have the best of both worlds, so you just kind of pick one and you kind of go with it. But I'm going to go radio silent. Just continue this process to make your own, and then once I'm done it, I will continue with the tutorial. Okay, so there we go. All the sides have been cut out. And now let's go ahead and add in some color. So to begin the coloring process, what I'd like you to do is choose a side and then hold down Shift and select all the faces of that side, like so. And we're going to hold down right click on one of the faces, go to Assign New Material and select that. Go to the Lambert option. And then if Lambert does not show up immediately, if you have like a long list of like deleted file types and everything, what I'd like you to do is go to kind of like click away from the cube, go to Edit, delete all by type, and go History. And that should kind of clear everything out for you so that you have your Lambert option. The other alternative is just to hold on that arrow till you get to this. So for the color for this side, I'm just going to go ahead and pick a green color, kind of on the brighter scale, because this is very Mario Kart like. Okay, so maybe something like that. For transparency, I'm going to up the transparency to probably about 50 to 60%, so maybe somewhere about there. For the incandescence, I'm going to add just a little bit of incandescence, not a whole lot. And I'm probably going to dip that transparency a little bit. And then for the special effects, for the glow intensity, I'm just going to max that out. I don't really think it does a whole lot, but something like that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and click away. And yeah, there's not a whole lot on the other side. So, oh, there's all my delete by types things. So let me go delete by all types history. And there's my Lambert now. Let's see if I decrease that transparency a little. Okay. Yeah, so maybe something like there. Maybe about a 40% or so. Maybe, yeah, 45% or so. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. And then you just kind of repeat the process with another side. So I'm going to do this side next. And then after that, I will speed up this video just like last time. and you can just kind of either follow along or just kind of skip ahead. So assign new material, Lambert, and then for this side I'm going to use a purple option. Okay, so something like there, very bright looking. Transparency about 45%. A little bit of incandescence, not a whole lot. And then max out our glow intensity. Okay, I'm going to continue this with 4 additional colors, and then I will resume. Okay, and I'm back, and there we go. It looks almost perfect. Looks like I accidentally selected one face on that side, so I'll try to recolor that one. But I may need to redraw that whole thing. Oh, no, actually I got it pretty good. Okay, and the last thing we actually have to do is select one box from each side, so like this side, and I forgot to crank up the ambient color. And what that's going to do when you crank this up is it's going to make it visible from the other side. So if I select the blue side over here, or the purple side, and I crank up the ambient color, then when you look on the other side, you also see that color. So just kind of go around and maximize those ambients. This is going to make it pop more and give it the effect that we want. Okay, so now it looks something like that. So you can kind of imagine that when this thing's in motion, it looks really, really cool. Okay, that's going to conclude this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how we can import or create the question flag and then get it in the cube. So I will see you then. Peace.